What's up, guys? Welcome back to Nil and Chill. I'm Nil,
And I'm chill.
and we'll be watching creepy and some mysterious TikToks today.
Let's check it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Epstein files are now saying that Britney Spears is cloned. We all wondered what happened to the London look. Why does she have that gap in her teeth? It's because it's not Britney. The Britney Spears that we have seen, especially recently, is not Britney Spears. Who would put gaps in their teeth if they had perfect pearl whites? You remember Britney like this. This was Britney. This is Britney Spears. This is not. This is Britney Spears. This is not. This is Britney Spears. So Britney actually recorded a song called Original Doll, and here are some of the lyrics. The chorus says, she's the original, she is unforgettable. She wants you to know, yeah, she's been cloned. It's kind of incredible. She's so unpredictable. Yeah, yeah. She wants you to know, yeah, she's been cloned. She's been cloned. She's been cloned. And did this record come out? No, it was canceled for unknown reasons. What? I definitely feel like when Britney Spears was a judge on X Factor USA, it was still her. You can see the teeth there. I always just go by the teeth. The teeth really don't change that much. Whereas like a nose or your ears will grow as you get older. The teeth don't really change unless you get veneers or unless you chip your tooth, right? So I do feel like this still was Britney Spears, but the crash out Britney, I don't know. I don't know. And now that the Epstein files have this document saying that they like cloned her, it's very interesting.
What do you think, Miss Nil?
It's really confusing because in today's world, we don't know what's real, what's not. So it's hard to say.
Exactly. I wish I can hear that song she came out with, talking
I
about
didn't,
she
I
was
didn't, I
cloned.
didn't hear the song.
They never released it, I'm guessing.
Mm-mm,
All right,
no,
let's check out the next video.
let's do.
And ladies and gentlemen, and ladies and gentlemen,
You also saw a Nordic alien?
I did on Orcas Island. I was visiting a friend there, and I woke up the next morning after we were talking about a bunch of stuff, and he'd gone down to the store, which is quite a ways away from his property, to get some food. And so I'm like, oh, it's a beautiful day. I'm going to take a walk on his property. He had like 20 acres in the woods. So I start walking, and I come over this ridge, and there'd been no one out. And all of a sudden, there's this person who literally looks like a male model, like a Scandinavian male model with kind of longish blonde hair in a weird kind of more like European clothes, whatever. And they say, hello, Brent. Like they're about 20 feet, a little bit further down the hill. And I'm thinking, how's he know my name? Secondly, I did not see his mouth move. And I was like, hello. And he said, turn around and walk the other way. But he's not looking threatening. And I kind of was like, got it, on it. Turn and I walk away. And now I'm getting a little bit freaked out. I get a ways down and I look back and he's not there anymore. My friend comes back and I say, okay, I just had a really weird experience. He goes, oh, with one of those tall white people? I'm like, what do you know about them? And he goes, they have a compound on the Orcas Island and they come in a black helicopter unmarked to a facility that's all gated and there's about 8 of them. And they come here and they stay here for a couple days at a time, apparently when this energy is really high and they get recharged.
I don't know
Okay.
where Orcas Island is, but there's gonna be a huge population of tourism
Oh yeah,
going
this
over
is the
there.
first time I heard about this island. We should check
Yes,
into it.
that would be cool, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
This next video, I picked it out myself. It's not creepy and it's not mysterious, but
Eye opener, I
I think
guess.
so. Let's check it out.
Okay. Oh, unbelievable.
Wow. Where's her face?
did she get arrested? I didn't get
I
that
don't know.
part.
She should be arrested for disturbing the peace.
It's hard
Visually.
it's hard to be a cop nowadays.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Oh my God.
Let's check out the next video.
Let's do.
Taken inside it. The level of detail is wrong for ancient literature. Ancient texts speak in symbols, in metaphors, in vague cosmic language. This reads like a maintenance log. No other ancient writing describes the moon this way. Not the Babylonian star charts, not the Egyptian temple ceilings, only Enoch. What we're looking at breaks into 4 parts. The text begins with this. Enoch says the moon is not a solid ball, but a structure with gates. That's the word he uses in chapter 78, verse 4. Gates. The Ge'ez term is abiyat, the same word used elsewhere in the book to describe the doorways into heaven. Enoch writes that the moon has 12 gates matching the 12 months of the year. Light comes in through these gates and goes out through them in measured amounts. Dr. Margaret Barker, who served as president of the Society for Old Testament Study, published a paper in 2005 through Oxford pointing out that no other ancient text uses this gate language for the moon. Gates means doors. Doors mean access. Access means something is being operated. But the text doesn't stop there. What follows in verse 10 is Enoch describing being brought in.
Okay, this is part 2.
Mm-hmm.
We should check out part 3 tomorrow
Part
on
3,
the
yes,
next video.
definitely.
It's definitely weird stuff going on in the
Something
moon.
is up with moon. We all know something is not right, or we don't get right information from
They say it's
NASA.
hollow.
It is hollow. I think it's their station.
Yeah,
That's what I'm thinking.
yeah. Let's check out the next video.
Let's do.
Why they removed copper from swimming pools, because they realized that copper was so antibacterial that it was completely purifying the water that the people were swimming in without all of the harmful effects of chlorine, which we also know is a $1 trillion industry. But also, when the copper was rested in the swimming pools, copper ions were being absorbed into the water, which held an electrical charge. Therefore, when people were swimming in these pools, their bodies were absorbing this charged water. And we are electrical beings. Therefore, the water that they were swimming in and bathing in was instantaneously healing their bodies. And so if we then think about copper pipes, which are being completely erased, it then makes perfect sense, because the elites realize that when water flows through copper pipes, that water then becomes charged water, creating some of the most powerful water in the world, purifying it to a level no other material can match. And this is another reason why farmers would place copper in their livestock's water bowls, because they knew that the copper would keep the water completely pure and charge the water.
Yeah.
Hey, everything used to be copper,
Oh,
our
yeah.
waters. Yeah,
Because it's good for your body.
definitely.
That's
I
why.
just checked it out on Google. It says copper is an essential trace mineral vital for human life. It aids in red blood cell production, supports immune function, and acts as an antioxidant by fighting free radicals.
My goodness. Do you see how
so
good
sad.
it is? It
Yeah.
is sad because, the only reason they don't want us to use these, useful things or healthy things for our
Because
body.
there's no money in
Because
it.
there's no money in it.
Exactly.
How sad that is.
Let's
It's
check
so
out the
sad.
next video.
Yes. Let's.
This is another video about the moon
Mm-hmm.
and all the interesting things
Okay.
that
Let's
goes
watch
on
it.
there. Yeah.
I want you to stop and really listen for a second. Look at the moon tonight or any night and tell me, why does the exact same side of the moon always face the earth, no matter where you are in the world? They tell us it's because the moon is spinning perfectly in sync with the earth, but that sounds like a lie, right? The Bible gives us the real answer. In the original Hebrew, the word for firmament is rakia. The word means a solid physical dome, something that was beaten out and stretched like metal. It's not an empty space, it's a hard barrier holding back the waters above us. That's why you sometimes see clouds glowing from under the sunset. The sun is close and local, shining upward under the dome, not 93 million miles away like they claim. This is exactly why they spray chemtrails across the sky every single night and day. They're also trying to block our view of the firmament or even weaken it. They want us to keep believing we're on a spinning ball in an infinite space so we feel small, powerless, helpless, and meaningless. But here's the biggest deception of all. Most Christians and religions think they're worshiping the true creator. But they've all been tricked into calling on the false God. The names God, Lord, or even Jehovah are not the true name. They all trace back to El and Baal, a title connected to Saturn, the black cube, and the old false ruler of this realm. The real name of the creator is Yahuwah. That's the name the elites work so hard to hide and replace. When you call on Yahuwah, that's when real power moves. And when you call on fake titles, you're feeding this Saturnic system. Yahuwah created this protected, enclosed world with a firmament above us and an ice wall surrounding us. We are not random accidents. We didn't come from a big bang. We're not monkeys in evolution. We are his designed realm. Once you understand this, everything changes. You stop being their slave to the matrix. You reject Saturn, you reject the black cube, you start your training through astral projection and a real connection with Yahuwah. The dome is real, the ice wall is real, chemtrails are real, and the firmament is winning. If you woke up even a little bit, comment Yahuwah or I need an explanation right now. And follow for more truth. We're breaking out of the system together.
Astral projection. Has anyone out there tried to do astral projection? I've tried, I don't know, a few times, but I'd like to know.
I have. I
Drop
mean,
a
only
like, leave a
halfway.
comment, let us know what you think. We are new
Exactly.
in this venture of Nil and Chill.
Journey.
This is Nil, I'm Chill.
And we would like to see, hit the subscribe
Let's
and
see what
like
we can do
button.
all together
Yeah,
on this journey.
we're gonna learn. We are going to have more experience and
And
educate
thank you,
ourselves.
yeah, thank you for your support. And
Yes,
see you
yes.
again tomorrow.
See you till the next time.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.